Why should we be importing refined crude oil to this country for goodness sake? I don't understand. This is madness. The reason is because the eyes of these so-called political leaders is not focused on the country. And so the first thing is, let our political leaders and our spiritual leaders start focusing their energy, their resources, their time on Nigeria. And I tell you, within 24 hours, we can turn the fortune of this country. It doesn't take long. It's not a rocket science. China did that. Singapore did that. So what are we talking about? We can do this thing by focusing on the country. Right now, these leaders are not focusing on the country. That's why they can steal our money and take it out. Have you ever seen any American president siphon the money of their country and bring it back to Africa or to Nigeria? So why should we be taking our money and then channeling those resources out of the country? The reason is simple. Our eyes are not focusing on the country. So let's come home. Let's start focusing on the country.
So the next one on the line, the national anthem has been changed. What impact does it have in the country?
Well, sincerely speaking, I think what happened with the change of the national anthem was a misplaced priority. Are you listening to me? At this level of our national life, for goodness sake, the changing of the national anthem is the most ridiculous things I've ever seen from any administration. It's like when your house is on fire and your house are chasing rats. I don't understand whoever advised the president to do that. I think that was a wrong advice. And sincerely speaking, I don't have anything against the national anthem, the lyrics of the national anthem. But the timing is very wrong. Are you listening to me? For instance, of course, as a patriotic Nigerian, I even have my sentiment. And my sentiment is this. The national flag was designed by a Nigerian. Right? Of course, let's forget about that. But all the same, the national flag was designed by a Nigerian. So we can own it. It's our property. But why should we go back to a national place or national anthem that was designed by a foreigner? Are we saying with all the amazing talents we have in this place, even if there was a need, a genuine need to change the national anthem, shouldn't we get Nigerians, lock them up somewhere and say, we're giving you guys 3 months, come out with a beautiful, brilliant, and a patriotic national anthem? We can do that. Why are we reverting back to an old national anthem that was designed by some woman who is not even a nationalist? Do you understand that kind of thing? And so for me, finally on this matter, my advice, humble advice to Mr. President is that in order to avoid what has happened in Kano State, we should go back to the national anthem, the Arise, O Compatriot. Because if that does not happen, I assure you, another president will come and he will change the national flag. And this is not what we want. Look at the horrid way they changed the national anthem. I was happy when I heard the Attorney General of the Federation and Honorable Minister of Justice advising the government to engage in a wider range of consultation. Exactly. This is somebody from the administration who knows the implication of tampering with the national flag. He said, no, sir, please do a wider range of consultation. But they refused. They didn't pay attention to it. There's no way any government or leadership can succeed without what? I love a statement from our revered former Chief of Army Staff, General Chiwa Njima. During the Obasanjo's administration, they had some little crisis, disagreement. And I remember after that, he was asked, sir, what do you think about the administration? He made a very powerful statement. Oh, I love this statement so much. You know what he said? He said, no government will succeed without reconciliation and a wide range of consultation. No government will succeed without consultation. This may be an APC or a PDP, no. But when it comes to the issue of national development, you have to stretch out of your political party and consult with the Nigerians before you take such a very, very important. Why should we be taking us back? We should be thinking forward and not taking us back to 1960. And it's so sad that our leaders are not thinking about the future of their children. They are thinking about their selfish reason. Why should you change the national anthem because of your selfish emotion? Oh, this is the national anthem we grew up and met. So you expect our children to buy into 60 years ago, 70 years ago? It's like you are building a house, sir. Will you be building the house for yourself or building the house with the prospect of a future that your children are going to have? Whatever you are doing, you shouldn't be doing it for yourself, sir. You should be doing it for your children because they represent the future. But not taking your children backwards. It doesn't make any sense for me. I'm sorry to say that.
Anywhere you are around the world, you can download our mobile app on Apple or on Google Play Store. You go to Google Play Store and download God's Hospital TV. Very soon we are starting our 24 hours broadcast. You can watch us if you are in UK, you are in Canada, in America, Australia. You can watch us 24 hours on Roku TV. Just search for God's Hospital TV on Roku TV. You watch us 24 hours. And you have an Android, you have an Apple Store. You have an iPhone on iOS, Apple Store. Very soon we are working on an application. You can watch us 24 hours on with your Apple, you can download it on Apple Store and watch us 24 hours. Listen to me. We are coming up with an interesting program. You can't afford to miss what God is saying.
Audio